This is what happens when a skilled captain takes the S-1 out for a spin. It's not even close. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Normal Guy of the North here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got another good video. I know a lot of people are not happy with the Russian line, especially the S-1, saying it's a piece of dung. I can assure you it's not. It's hard to play, but if you play it correctly, like this individual did, you're going to do just fine. This replay, I can't remember who sent it to me, but it's actually quite good. And this is Fortis Knox. We'll just call him Fort for now. He does a good job here. He's using the non-homing torpedoes. For all the Russian submarines, if I had to sum up in one line what they are, they're torp boats on the surface. That's exactly what they are. Their actual torps, if you notice, reload. They take about 43 seconds for each two tubes, and then the next two tubes reload, like the Americans do. Again, what he's doing is setting up defensive perimeter torpedoes. He's not going down the middle. He's basing his time. In this game, you could go around the island at the, what line is that? The 3D line? Yeah, 3D line. And you could actually go around that. That's all I end off to here, but in front of him. But right now he's got a better opportunity. He's in the cap. He's capping. He's in smoke. Can't be seen. Recharging his batteries. And again, the Soviet submarines are played mostly on the surface and using non-homing torpedoes in my view. That's what I found so far. But again, your goal is to take the cap. Right now, they've got 2 caps. You got 1. You do lead in ships right now, but that's about it. And this game does get a little bit hard to tell who's... There's a replay look, I think, on this one, but I can't quite tell. But again, take your time, reload your torpedoes, own the flank. That's most important. And if the enemy starts pushing up, just dive and leave, like I've showed you. But this is exactly, in my opinion, was a good play so far. The only thing I don't like is his Jura right here. He didn't quite focus on that boat. That destroyer is coming out, so the only threat he really has are destroyers right now in this game, and of course the other submarine. Now the S-1 spawned right in front of him. That's a fact. That's what happens in wargaming, in matchmaking. So you know you're fine there. You know you got a cruiser or a battleship on your right-hand side just coming in. The Jura's hiding behind that island, doesn't want to come out and play, which I think is kind of funny in my opinion. I'd like to know who exactly is spotting her at this point, because it's not him. And I'm not sure. I don't think it's a cruise up front unless it's firing at him, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But again, in the cap, he's got the cap, didn't shoot, didn't use his gun. He's going to use his gun later on in the game, which I will talk about in a minute. But now you see the Hoye over here and the other side. He's got that entire line, and battleships coming in. And here's the Furitaka. The Furitaka. I'll get to that in a minute. Sorry, yeah, him. Exactly. He just took out the Canaris. Canaris? I'm not sure how to say that. But everyone's concentrating in this little gap right here. So for what I would do is start, pushing up here and start torpedoing these guys. And this Fuso is about to run aground. He's clearly not paying attention to his mini-map in the beep, beep, beep right now. You know he's going to run aground. First thing he's doing here, I agree with, is, look at this. Come in and laying out torps. And then turning around, going to do it again. The Fuso can't back up fast enough after it runs on the ground. So, again, put 2 more torps out. These are all going to hit, and they're damaged. And like that. He's also out of the 3.1 kilometers range, so they're going to do full damage. And there you go. So now, get ready to fire 2 more. Follow the track, flip it to the right. There you go. Sorry, that's right. Didn't reload yet. So it's got another, 41 seconds? Yeah, it's got to wait. Oh, sorry, I did launch 2. My bad. I stand corrected. And the stern tubes only load 1 at a time, not 2 at a time, even though I said 2 in the front. So they've only got 1 loader in the back. And just sit back and relax. Now that entire area is congested with 2 ships. You got the Hoye there, and you got the Fuso. And they're both not paying attention. Just like that. Kind of sucks, but it kind of happens. Now, the destroyer is still not coming out to defend his team. The enemy destroyer. You can see in the mini-map the actual airplanes flying over it. I do not know why he's not doing this. He should be out here trying to take this cap and help his team, but he's not. Or charging in and trying to get some of the people. Now, S-1 just got spotted, and it's behind him. So, what do you guys think's about to happen here shortly? There it is. Submarine surveillance. Now he's spotted. I have to be honest, I would have gone full speed ahead and not surfaced here. Because you're going to get hit with gunfire. It's going to do more damage. Your detective, there's nothing you can do. Get down deep and try to outmaneuver it. He did get the Hoyang. Good job. The Fuso's there. You know there's torpedoes coming out. You know they're going to shoot you. Now, do not hit your damage control until you know no one else is putting out any other planes against you. He's got his own teammate going after him. It's fine. Now, here comes some more planes. Just wait, because I've seen so many people do this, and players up there will do this. They will wait until you damage control, and then drop it on you again. Then it's a permanent fire, permanent flood, etc., etc. Nothing here. Now you should hit your heel right now. But he doesn't, so there he goes. Overall, a few seconds, I think it's good. You guys may not know this. I mean, some people don't. But if you have flooding or underwater or letting oil out, if you surface, that stops. You're going to see that later in the game. So just remember that. Now, there's that destroyer. Still backing up. Still not doing anything. Still not helping out Fuso. There's no reason why that destroyer could not have came around the island and charged him. Because at this point, the enemy submarine's gone. They got 2 enemy destroyers, but they're gone. And again, I like this. This is a whole thing to do with these boats. Just push away. He's almost out of battery. That destroyer, for whatever reason, is not coming up behind the hill. That's bad. Now here's the opportunity you're going to take. The Furitaka is just outside of his reach, right? And I thought he was going to actually push up and go to take it out. He did not. So I'm like, that's the right thing to do. The threat is down below, south. It's not the Furitaka. The Furitaka is out of the fight. She's low health. For the Fuso up here, she's a one-shot kill. So, and I think the Fuso, even though I think he did a great job, the team Fuso, he made one mistake in my opinion, and I'll get to that in a bit. But here's the other Fuso. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to go behind the island? Nope. He's actually going to go forward. So here you have an opportunity. Torpedoes should have already been out after this Fuso, way before this part, in my opinion. Because you're going to leave it too soon, or too much at the end. If he gets behind the island, he gets a chance to completely heal again. So I disagree with that part. I would have put my torpedoes up much quicker. But he puts them out. He puts the one behind. So again, the Fuso's going and picking up steam. The Fuso, look where it's going now. The line. The Fuso wants to get behind the island. If you did it quicker, a little bit off to the left set, all 4 torpedoes would be going to the Fuso. She'd be going back to the port. So again, I disagree with that shot. But that was me opinion. That's my opinion. Because the Fuso, as you look in here, this is, again, Fuso's coming in. Now, is he going to stay in the cap? Or is he going to try to... Well, doesn't matter. Fuso's gone. Thanks for coming out. So again, I disagree with some things, but he still played it very well. Here's the Furitaka. And behind our S-1 buddy here, Mr. Fort, you got the Fuso. He's looking at the Fuso. Hey, guy. There is a under 4,000 health, a Fuso. Sorry, Furitaka. Dear Fuso. Hello, bro. Can you shoot that guy? He's a one-shot. Hello. Hello. Hello, bonjour. Can you please do that? That's one thing I find frustrating in the game. I really do. Like, this guy is a one-shot kill, and your entire left flank is now secure. As long as he's out here, your flank's not secure. If I remember correctly, I believe the Furitaka actually gets Hydro. So you might have a Hydro at this point. Now, the Furitaka should realize right off the bat, you're facing off against a sub because you're no longer spotted. It's not a DD. A DD would keep you constantly spotted. Now he's back up, so you know there's a submarine. I would, even though if it hasn't got a Hydro, I haven't played the Furitaka in years, but I'd be juking and jiving right now. First of all, because if you go look at the Fuso, he's going to take a look at it. Fuso's guns aren't even looking at the Furitaka. And I'm like, okay, I apologize for the hill turns here because I know he's getting kind of frustrated. Because the Furitaka, and she goes out again, full broadside. The Furitaka is trying to get behind the island here while shooting at people. I just, yeah, the guns aren't even pointing there. It's like, really, guy? This would have been such an easy kill. So, I mean, the game's close. It's going to stay close to the very end. But it's like, okay, you need to get this guy. Now, the one thing I kind of disagree with here is he's going to go behind the island. You're going to lose sight of him. But take the time it takes. You see the little white line moving to the left? The actual lining up, they aim. Line that up. Don't look at your Fuso guy. He's not firing. Look at the aim. You're almost there. Look at the size. He's about to go behind the island. Again, stop looking at the Fuso. He's not going to fire, dude. It's on you. You should have already fired your torpedoes, your bow torpedoes at this point. You should have been facing bow and waiting for that. The Fuso would have came around that corner. Sorry, the Furitaka would have came around that corner and been completely destroyed. That's no longer on the Fuso. That's on you, Mr. S-1, Mr. Fort. You should have did that, but you didn't. So that's kind of disappointing. And now you're putting yourself in a crossfire because to the left is the enemy and to the right's the enemy. And you're going to have to wait to see him, actually. What's next? Now we wait for the Furitaka to show up. But I hope you guys understand it. Look at that. If you had actually waited that time, 4 torpedoes would have gone into the Furitaka and she would have been dead. So again, that's not on the Fuso. Stop looking at your teammates. If they're not turning their guns, you're on your own, bro. This guy's going to do exactly what I thought he was going to do. Come around the island, and he's going for the cap. He may not get the cap, but he can deny you points. And if you look at the points right now, it's bloody close. Now, he also knows that the submarine's out here, and maybe a destroyer. But he knows they're out here. Now, don't forget their destroyer, friendly destroyer, was spotted on the other side of the map. But he's coming to cap. Now he's denying you points. And he's just going to keep zigzagging. This is why I teach people, if you want to, just keep zigzagging from submarines. You will win. They can't torpedo that well, unless they're homing torpedoes. He almost got him here, but, oh, so close. And the Fuso's finally firing at him. Like, you need to take this guy down. And this is a part of the game that I thought, the concept's there, because you're about to get detected. But I get what he's doing, but he didn't time it bad. These are very lofty SAP shells. But, you know, good job. He's still pegging him. He's still fighting. He's not going to actually quit. He's got enough health to take on this Furitaka. Furitaka, yeah, it should have came in, and as far as I'm concerned, actually should have. I think this is the only time he actually used homing torpedoes. But he's doing it himself. This Furitaka has to go down because this guy's a threat. And now he's down. Thank you. Now, his Fuso player, in my opinion, played the game well, except this one time. The Fuso could have gone behind. The Fuso was behind the islands. He could have stayed behind the islands, turned his guns, and just obliterated the Furitaka, and then concentrate everyone else. But he didn't do that, so kind of a bad thing. Now, if you guys look down at the G and F5 and 6 line, that battleship, I have no idea why he didn't go in the sea cap, so that way he could put the Fuso, the friendly Fuso, in a crossfire. I would have done that. Destroyers around there somewhere, but you've got 2 battleships and a destroyer on your team that are completely out of the game. They're not in the decap. They're not doing anything. I don't know what they're doing. They're just assuming where they are in the minimap. And of course, your friendly destroyer is running away. And I'm like, running away from what? Like, I didn't get that. All 3 battleships are over here. Like, it made no sense. So those 3 guys, your team, are out of here. So anyway, same thing I've been saying for all these Russian submarines. Hold the flank. The Tiger, I believe the Tiger, it's British, so I'm going to say it's got hydro. I can't remember. I haven't played it in such a long time. But again, put your torpedoes out. Keep them going. Non-homing. Keep them out of the flanks. Do not allow them to take this cap. Do not allow them to even get in this cap. This is what you do. Now, I don't quite understand the New York. If these guys had teamed up against the Fuso, I believe fully. I mean, the Tiger's giving the Fuso broadside, so that's not very smart. The Tiger and the New York should have actually killed the Fuso, the friendly Fuso. I do not know why they did not. I do not know what they did. But they're giving a Fuso full broadside, and, well, that's the end result. Like, you're going to die. I know it's lower tier, but really you should actually kind of think of these things. And I love when people, like the Tiger, start turning in a little bit to angle when you've already been, citadel. Like, that's too late. So think about it. But again, they're both doing the same thing. They're spreading out torps, spreading out shells. The Fuso, except for that one little thing, has done a good job, in my opinion. The Tiger's going to die, and the Fuso's going to correct. It's actually correctly going after him as much as possible. And this is almost, I think it was almost fully healthy. He came around the corner, and now he's dead. Again, I kind of wonder. Now, the New York player, same thing. He's giving a full broadside. I'm like, what are you doing? Just 16-inch Fuso guns? Really? Okay, you're going to die. So, start shooting. He's the only one left in the team, so it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. And finally, if you look down at the decap, they're finally, his friendlies are in there. But where's the friendly destroyer of the game? Nowhere near a battleship. Destroyers are designed to take out battleships. So I don't know what that player was doing. I'm not trying to shame them, but that person was not contributing to the game at all. So I'm very disappointed in that. But again, here comes the New York. I would have waited a bit because I think the New York's going to turn. It is what it is. But you've already won the match. You're not going to lose. So, and there she goes, turning out. I thought that was going to happen because he wants to bring his gun. Because every battleship player wants to bring their guns to bear on everybody. And don't forget, he's all alone here now. So now he's going to fire at something else. The New York player is a little bit better, but again, not as great as far as I'm concerned. There's not much the New York can do. It's up against 2 battleships. It's not up against the destroyer. The destroyer's not even in the game. It's up against 2 battleships and a submarine, which I kind of feel sorry for him. He did try as best as he could. But again, he turned. He seemed to use full speed. Look at the smoke. He's not actually doing anything. So he's taking some torpedo damage. At the end of the day, this game is going to be won. But again, he's not angling against battleships that are in front of him. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a headshot, and that's it. It's going to be dead. So it is what it is. But overall, I want to say this is how you play the S-1. I think he played superb. I think he actually held the actual position he was in. It wasn't quite the flank. He could have gone down the 1 and 2 line and just broadsided people. That Furitaka, I would not have done that. I think he did the right thing personally. At the end of the day, I think he played a great game. I really do. I think this is how you play the S-1. It is hard to play. It's not an easy submarine to play. And there's the headshot. Hey guys, let me know down below if you like this content, because if you do, I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. You guys have been acting favorably to this actual content, this type of content, so let me know down in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching, and well, as for now, take care. Bye for now.